Hi everybody, it's Julia here, and today it is the second part of the TN insert that we made. So today we're actually going to make it, or make it into a mini album, because that is what I'm going to use it for. So here you can see I have, here I'm showing you, I made some special tissue paper with some stamps. Yep, very cute. So we bound the album or the TN insert the last time using the paper pad Take Me Away. So what I've done after that, I added some flowers and I added in my journaling if I had it on a special piece of paper. Otherwise I would just add it to the insert. But what I did was I marked all the pages and I wrote on them what photo I wanted to be on that spread. And then because I sent my photos off to get printed, instead of printing them at home because I had got one of those emails, and I just wanted to keep track on the photos. Yeah. So what I start by doing is adding in my photos. So when I do a mini album, because in this case this insert is is a mini album. Otherwise, when I work on the Traveler's Notebook inserts, I go about it day by day, really, or whenever I feel like it. But when I make an album, I go about it usually the same way if it is an album that I can do from start to finish. And what I do is I make sort of A, B, C. So what I start with is I make the album, and then I add in if I have set elements. So in this case, I added in the flowers on all of the pages. I added in the journaling because I had written that before in some of the cases. And then I go to the next point and I add in the photos. And then I add in more and more. But in that case, I know that I will add in what is most important. So in this case, what's most important is the photos and then the journaling. And yeah. So this makes it really easy to actually finish, because sometimes it can feel really overwhelming making a big project like this when there's a lot of photos or a lot of journaling and you feel like you sort of get lost in all of the pages. So for me that works really well. And what I do, because this little album is for me, because yeah, I mean, I want something to remember the puppies by too. For my mom, who actually have the kennel, I make one of those Project Life mini albums. They come in different colors, and they have a spread with four by sixes and four 3x4s. And I have made that for her of all of the 3 litters that we have had, but I also like to have something for myself. So this year I made this little Traveler's Notebook insert. There's someone at my door. So yeah, and here I add in the photos, and you can see there's quite a lot of them. You get pretty good space here, and the album is not that thick. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want some elements that is the same on every page, some like embellishment, quote unquote. And I have the flowers that I fussy cut from one of the papers. And if you want to see what I did to make all of the embellishments from that paper pad, you can just go back in the playlist and look at the first video where I sort of break the paper pad apart to make the embellishments. So what I did was, in this album, what I'm using is the flowers, and all of the pages, almost, if they don't have like flowery paper or something. But usually on all the pages, I have some of the journaling spots are cut apart, but also these circles. So they are from, it sort of looks like embroidery hoops, and some of them I've cut out to maintain the hoop look, and the other ones I've just used a 2-inch circle punch to punch out the center of them. You can see I keep all of those in that little box. And the other things I have in there is actually not from the paper pad, but I talked about it in that video, and that is buying embellishments pack, or element pack I think it's called, online at the AC Digital, which is American Craft Digital Store, where you can put the elements. They come in PNG files, and you can just put them into Photoshop and then print them. So that is what I did on some of them to get some more, and I feel like that is money well spent. I know that I can use them over and over. I can make my own embellishments and cut out. I can make my own paper and cut out. So for me, that was well worth it. So yeah, but on the whole, I'm using pretty much only the paper pad to make it, and yeah, it's not that much embellished, but on the other hand, it is a traveler's notebook insert, and I didn't want it to be like lumpy and bumpy, and um, I wanted it, of course it's going to be a bit thicker because I'm adding in quite a lot of photos and embellishments or papers, but I didn't want it to like be sort of make indentations of the photos on the different sides because I used chipboard or thickers or something like that. Um, Here I'm just adding some pattern paper, and I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. Um, yeah. The beauty of living at home with your parents, you know. So yeah, here I just had one because she stayed with us for another week, so I just wanted to write about that a bit more. But officially, the album ends the spread before. Yeah. Um, so here I'm just going back and making sure I have everything. I don't think I found one that fitted on this page. This was sort of the last day that we had them, the puppies, and the last day they go to the vet to make sure they're all like healthy and they get the vaccinations. That is not fun. They get a chip in the back of the neck so they can easily be controlled, or yeah. They have a special number, and let me tell you, that is not popular. No, and I get that it's a huge needle. Yeah. The last thing I'm going to do is adding some washi tape just to bring in some color and more sort of cohesion. And I have these two colors. So one is sort of like an orangey coral, and then one that is lilac. Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at it, it's not that much. I have my photos and I have my journaling, but because I have used pattern paper, something fun on each page, and then I have these circles, and I also have the flowers on all of the pages too. And yeah, I really like it. Of course, I wished I could add in like chipboard and enamel dots, and I mean, of course you can, it's not that. But I sort of feel like it didn't need to add anything more. I feel like it's a really nice little book. Yeah, it's really simple, it's really fun to make. It didn't take that long because I had all of this stuff. I only used pretty much the paper pad. And I think it's amazing how far one of those paper pads stretches. So um, yeah, I'm really happy with it. The next video in this series will be a 12 by 12 page that I'm also really happy about. So yeah, I really hope you like these sort of little series with one paper pad. I'm really enjoying making them. I feel it's really fun, and I mean, I really like this paper pad. Like, really. Okay, I will talk to you in sort of real time, explain a bit more, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Here is I thought we were just going to flip through it. So the mini album, or the TN insert, or whatever you want to call it, is about the third litter of the kennel that we have. It's actually my mom and dad's kennel, but my unofficial name in here is the kennel girl, taking care of the puppies. So yeah, so in the end of April, we got our third litter of puppies in 3 years? 4 years? Wait. Viola, she's turning 3, and she was the first. Then Maiken, she turns 2. Last year we didn't have a litter, and then this year, so the fourth, I suppose. Their official names all start with the letter C because it's the third one. So Viola, her official name starts with an A, and then Maiken starts with a B. You know you get it. Anyway, so that's the C, and then I just wrote the date of when they were born and when they left, when they were 8 weeks. So yeah, so I just made the book, I bound it, just stitched it, and yeah, let's get into it. The first one I just left blank. I don't know if I might write something or adding, I don't know, but I didn't know what to do with it just now, so I left it blank. Here we have a photo of the day after. It actually is the same day because they were born after midnight. So we got 7 little puppies. So what I did here is some of the journaling I had written on these sort of cards before, I added in my photos. And then I all added in these sort of embroidery hoops, or this circle of them. That is that. Here we have a page about getting their working names. So like I said before, all the official names, like in the pedigree, is going to be the kennel name and then something to do with C. So in our kennel we have music terms, but you can't, I mean, they're the fantasy name and we don't decide the names until they're a few weeks older, and we can't really call them the first boy or the first girl, it just doesn't seem right. So we have themes on the names, and this year we decided together that we're going to name them after the gods, and the Nordic gods, Asagudarna, and so here I have this book because you know, that's who I am. So I took a picture of all of them laying on this spread of the different gods, so I just picked out 3 to put them here just to represent that, and then I wrote down the names that we had. So the names that we picked was Tyr, Balder, Vidar, Odin, Frigg, Idun och Freja. So yeah. Then I have a spread here about the daily routine, that I weigh them each day about the same time just to make sure that they're gaining enough weight. And I also have, I have a planner. I have a puppy planner, okay? Yeah, I made it for my mom, but it's actually mostly me who uses it. But in that I have a page where I have like a column for each puppy, and then I write the date and then how much they weigh, because I just want to make sure they're gaining weight. Here I just have a really cute photo. This is Freya. She is having a really good time, really. Here we have my brother. I just wrote about him. And then here I had experimented when I got this sort of tissue paper by Tim Holtz. And I got this stamp from AliExpress, and I just stamped all of the dog images. I thought it was really cute, so I decided to put it in here. Here I have the paper. I really wanted this wild one to stand out, so I put the photos here to really emphasize that. This page is about grooming the puppies. So this little girl, her future owners were coming to visit, so my mom was like trimming her to be all pretty, and yeah, she's going to get used to that. She's going to be a show dog, so... and here I just had some photos that I put together in a collage and then just wrote them out here. And then just wrote little captions. So for example, this one is Maiken, one of our dogs, and she is not convinced. No, she's actually pretty sure that this was a bad idea, having the puppies. She doesn't, yeah, nope. And then here because of having the pages like this, all the other ones have a pattern paper and then white, but here, because it's the middle, so I decided just to make like a page. And what I did here is I added some of the flowers that I printed out. I added one of the circles, of course, and then this one is I printed out and then just stitched to add some texture. Here I wanted to make a page about Viola, so my dog, and that how much she loves the puppies. So contrary to Maiken, she is like, oh no, they are just disgusting and they're in a way and they are gross. Viola, she loves them, and yeah, she was like their second mom. So I call her Nanny, yeah. Then I just wanted to write about Balder, and I have put favorite here, but he was like, I'm going to show you here. Okay, so here is the outdoor place where they were when there was nice weather, and we just had
divided so they couldn't run off here. So I usually sat up here to read in the summer, and he was going up here and he was sitting there looking at me to pick it up. So he spent a lot of hours in my lap when I was reading, and it was just, you know, a bonding. And yeah, I mean, you love all 7 of them because, you know, they are, but some of them take bigger places in the heart because they sort of decided they're going to, and he definitely did that. So yeah, missing him a bit. This page, yeah, is about just the setup that we had. We have a room here, is the puppy room, and but of course they want to be outside, so they have a place here and then it stretches over to that side. But I just wanted to have like a photo. It's not a good photo, I know, but I just wanted to have a photo like including the ramp and everything. And then here yeah, so I just have like this little photo strip of after he has eaten, and then a picture of all of them digging in. They are really wild ones. Another one with my brother because I just really liked. So this photo obviously was from the same day as this, but I just wanted him to have his own sort of spread, and his red matches really well, so I put it here. And yeah, I just wrote that Arvid, he really loves the puppies and the puppies really love him, and I like him pretty much too, so. Here is going to the vet to get their shots, the vaccinations, and they also get a chip in the neck, so they have their own number. And I just wanted to write that, and here's a picture of the cage from above and he's sleeping there. Here I just writing about the last day. And then here we have all the puppies with their new families, so I just made little photo strips, and then just wrote that with heavy hearts we say goodbye and good luck, and that they all have got really good homes. So, and then I had one more because she didn't leave on the day that the others, so I just wrote a bit more because she was here like 10 extra days or something. And yeah, you can see Viola, she loves that. So yeah, so that is it. So yeah, that is my traveler's notebook insert, mini album, mini book. Yeah, and I think it's really simple. It's not that much to it. You can of course add more stickers and embellishments and everything, but this whole book, apart from the washi tape, it is made with this, and that is about it. Yeah, I did print some of the flowers off, but I mean, yeah, you can just fussy cut that, all of them, if you wanted to. But yeah, so for the price of one paper pad, I have made so much. So yeah, that is my my album. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, please hit subscribe, the thumbs up if you like it, and yeah, thank you so much for watching.